Dogworks Radio is sponsored by Alaska Dogworks. Check out their website at alaskadogworks.com. From two beautifully scenic and historic locations, the Hudson Valley, New York, and Willow, Alaska, this is the Sibe Vibe, brought to you by Dogworks Radio. Your hosts are author, journalist, and photographer, the Five Sibes mom, Dorothy Wills-Raftery, and Dogworks Radio executive producer, canine behaviorist, trainer, and lead musher of Team Maneke, Robert Forto. The Sibe Vibe is all about the magnificent breed of the Siberian Husky. From training to grooming, and for those who show and breed, from parenting to playing and rescuing Huskies in need. Whether mushing over snow-covered trails or lounging on tropical shores, even for Hollywood Sibes on the big silver screen, and so very much more. If it's about a Siberian Husky, we'll chat about it here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sibe Vibe on Dogworks Radio. I am your host, Dorothy Wills-Raftery, broadcasting from the beautiful Hudson Valley, New York. Today's show, I'm chatting with Kelly Lambert, the president and one of the founders of Raven's Husky Haven and Rescue, located in scenic DeKalb County in Illinois. Founded in 2011 by Kelly and her partner, both practicing attorneys and Husky parents, Raven's Husky Haven and Rescue was a concept to build a rescue facility with a live-in on-site manager. Today, that dream is a reality as the rescue has its manager, a retired 29-year U.S. Army Colonel veteran, and it sits on 4 acres of beautiful land with much to offer, including a large playroom for the Huskies, a grooming room, a kitchen, 12 indoor-outdoor kennels, some Husky-proof fenced yards, meaning fences buried under the ground, for the Huskies to play in, and even trails for Husky hikes. Raven's Husky Haven and Rescue also have a part-time employee, a group of dedicated volunteers, including students from the nearby Northern Illinois University, NIU, which is home to the Huskies. Kelly's very special adopted dog named Raven from Indie Home for Huskies in Indiana was the inspiration and namesake for the rescue. Both Kelly and her partner have continued to adopt Huskies over the years. Sadly, Raven passed away in 2015 from Cushing's disease, but her legacy lives on through the wonderful rescue named after her. Hello, Kelly, and welcome to the Sibe Vibe.
Hello, we're glad to be with you today.
I'd like to start with asking you about what it was about a Siberian Husky that led you and your partner to fall in love with the breed and adopt Raven, and then others since then. And can you tell us a little bit about your special girl, who's the namesake for your rescue?
Sure. I think we can blame my parents for my love of Siberian Huskies because when I was 2, my parents brought home a mixed breed dog named Sparky, who was Malamute, Collie, and Husky.
Ooh.
And, yeah, a fun breed.
Oh, yes, and beautiful.
Beautiful, a runner, and stubborn. But ever since Sparky, I've always enjoyed northern breeds, and I always go for a dog with prick ears, none of those floppy-eared dogs for me. Mm-hmm. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but I think what happens is you end up, as you grow older, sticking with the breed that you knew as a child and loved as a child. So that's kind of how I got stuck on Huskies. And then my first dog as an adult was a Husky Collie mix. So after she passed away, I tried to think, what traits about her did I really love, because I was so connected to her. And I started to look at the different breeds, Border Collies, who are obviously also very intense, and the Husky that's also very intense in kind of different ways. Mm-hmm. And I met Raven at an adoption event that the Indie Home for Huskies was having at a pet store in Indianapolis. And it was love at first sight, basically. We had to take our other dog, Liberty, there, to meet the dog that we were possibly going to be adopting. And she was a Terrier Shepherd mix who was a bit on the shy, fearful side. So we walked into the pet store, and there was this giant Malamute that jumped in the air and barked at Liberty, and she was horrified. And we next walked up to Raven, who I kind of had my eye on just from looking at her on their website, and she just laid down in front of us and made Liberty feel comfortable. She did that when we got home with a cat, and as a husky owner yourself, you probably know that cats sometimes and huskies don't mix.
Oh, yeah.
They're hide-prey drive. So she did that at home with the cat, and she just was to me, a perfect dog. I mean, not that she didn't have her, fun side too, but she was definitely intuitive and just this regal-looking dog. And later on, when she was a therapy dog, she went into this room with a kind of mentally unstable patient, and the person was like sobbing and saying things like she was never going to see her dog again because she's never going to get out of the hospital. And Raven just went up to her and laid down and put her head on the lady's leg and just let her pet her and just sob. And it was probably the best therapy dog session I've ever experienced, because while Raven had all this intuitiveness and everything, she wouldn't just necessarily go up to somebody and do that in general. So she had some knowing there, which I guess I really appreciated that about her.
Oh, so amazing, the insight that they have and how they can help people as a therapy dog. It's always amazing to me when I hear these stories.
Yeah, there are more stories like that with the different dogs, because several of my dogs are or have been therapy dogs, and it's a neat experience for what you might not expect that dog to do, or
right, like a husky. Like when I initially got into this, I never expected that huskies were therapy dogs, and I have learned a lot along the way, and it's pretty amazing.
It is. I know that I have one of our dogs from the rescue also goes to a read program for children at the library, and so I see her there with my dog, and she's got her dog, and then there's all these golden retrievers around, so I'm like, yay for the huskies.
Right. Now, what you have built there is truly a beautiful haven for huskies, and it's so well thought out. The state-of-art facility is even air-conditioned. You have surrounding trails for husky hikes, and I know the rescue was named, after Raven, your first Siberian husky, full husky, right? But what inspired you and your partner to build this amazing rescue and haven, as in its title, for Siberian huskies in need?
Well, I guess I would say that when I was a kid, at 9 or 10 years old, I thought I would be a veterinarian. I loved dogs. And then I saw my uncle's dog get hit by a car, and it wasn't even badly injured, but I figured out pretty quickly that medical kind of blood and guts was not for me. Mm-hmm. So I decided at 11 to be a lawyer. So after being a lawyer for a while, I wanted to think of a way where besides just having dogs and doing therapy with them, to kind of give back to the dogs and give back to something that I really loved. So I always wanted to do a husky rescue. And then when we adopted Raven, and she was this really majestic, awesome dog, I thought to myself, and she had health issues, but I thought to myself, how could this awesome dog be in a shelter? Mm-hmm. And in this case, at a rescue, because she was in a shelter, and then she got moved to a rescue that did foster care as their way to keep animals. But how could this awesome dog just be left and not have a home? And as we continued to adopt huskies a lot from Indiana, which I don't know why. I guess they did a lot of cat testing, and we had cats. So I thought to myself, why not do that? And when we went to pick up our next dog, this particular rescue, they did a lot of rescuing. They they've been around for a long time, and that's Northern Sled Dog Rescue.
Yes.
Light Sled Dog Rescue.
Yes.
They're foster based, but they have to board some of their dogs just because of the volume of dogs and the dogs that they're trying to save. So the place was really not that great where they had to have our next dog, Sage, boarded. So that's kind of what gave us the idea. We consulted, a reputable breeder about her kennel where she, bred dogs. And we used the same builder and kind of took some of the concepts from there. We know that they love to run. We know that they really don't do well in your typical shelter environment because they don't get enough exercise, and they really, really need that. So that's how we, tried to come up with this idea, and we were able to do it. We bought a property. We built the facility for the needs specifically of Siberian Huskies.
It's amazing. And you tend to so many things for the Huskies that you take in, ranging from providing comprehensive veterinarian care, you do obedience training, socialization, individualized affection time, enrichment opportunities, and even play soothing music in the kennels. And I just was hoping maybe you can just touch a little bit on how important the special additional things that you do, such as the affectionate time or what you guys call love time, and playing that soft music, how it helps the Huskies.
Well, we look at it like anything that we can do with our dogs is enriching to their lives, and it makes their time in the kennel much happier for them. So we have love time. We have volunteers that come in and do training. We have a trainer who comes in a monthly basis that might help us with a dog or even just a silly dog. But some of them have other issues. We have a lot of dogs that come from puppy mills, so they're not as socialized as they should be. It just gives the dog time out of the kennel. The volunteers love it. I mean, they have to do other things like clean kennels and feed them, which are not as exciting maybe as actually like playing with the dogs. And we have a couch set up in the office area that they can come in and sit on and act like they're living in a house, and it really helps the dogs. They get a lot of attention. We now have a school that we work with that works with differently abled kind of young adults that come in, and they spend time with the Huskies, and they're learning how to be ready for job training, kind of. And it's really just kind of a community thing that I think helps it. And then NIU, the kids, they sometimes are away from home. I think it helps them that they get to spend time with dogs. They might miss their dog or their family, or they might just want to be with dogs. And it's good for the dogs, and it's good for the people.
Absolutely. And I love the connection with the students and the community. I just think that's phenomenal, and the students, who knows, I mean, it could spark something where they go on and do something in their career, with animals or helping animals. I think that's really terrific. Now, do you rescue Huskies with special needs, such as epilepsy?
I was thinking about that, and all the dogs that we've rescued. Did we ever have a dog that had epilepsy? I'm not sure, and I'm not sure it would be great for the kennel setting. Mm-hmm. That's what we're based on. We do have a few fosters for some medical issues, like maybe if a dog was heartworm positive, or needed to be calm, or was fearful, or was really old, and maybe they would feel more comfortable. They just
in that one-on-one environment.
Yeah, where they got dumped when they're old, and they're just like confused about why they're living in a kennel after being 11 years old. But we do have, and I don't think we have ever had someone diagnosed as epileptic in the kennel, but we have other special needs, obviously. I mean, we have blind dogs, we have one-eyed dogs, we've had dogs that have been injured, that we try to rehabilitate, do the surgery, which is sometimes costly.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the dogs that have kind of just been broken by their life that you have to, which I guess I would consider special needs.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Where, they have a hard time trusting humans, or they might have some aggression behaviors. So we've had all kinds of heartworm positive dogs. We've had,
you truly have a haven there for the Huskies. You truly do.
Right, and you always, and it's kind of heartbreaking sometimes because you have to, we have to stay in business.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a sanctuary, so to speak, because you can't take, every one of your dogs can't be unadoptable or you're working 2 years on a project or whatever, you would never be able to help as many dogs that are adoptable out there. So you kind of try to mix up your population. So, okay, I have one aggressive dog now that I'm going to work on, and I have, a heartworm positive one that's going to be here for a long time, or I have one that, is a puppy mill dog, and I have to try to socialize it and get it comfortable, and then find someone. And there are so many awesome people out there that take special needs dogs
mm-hmm.
and take dogs that they have to work with, and some of them they only want to take that kind of dog. So it's really kind of interesting.
Yeah, and it's just wonderful, the individualized care that you give to them. I mean, you put a lot, you guys put so much thought right from the building of it, the grounds of it, the needs, right down to the individual attention, and that's so wonderful. I know our listeners are from all over, so for folks interested in adopting a Siberian Husky from you, do they need to be a resident of Illinois, or can they live outside the state?
They can live outside the state. The only thing we need to do is to connect with somebody maybe in the rescue community, or we have a lot of friends throughout the United States that we get a home visit, so we can figure out if is this the right home?
Mm-hmm.
Is this dog going to work for you? Are you really committed to this? So as long as we can get a home visit, we're good. I mean, we have dogs in Alaska, New York, Oklahoma, Wisconsin, Indiana, Iowa, all over. I'm sure we have some other places, but that's kind of off the top of my head. I know we have those.
That's fantastic. Now, for any of my listeners, if you're interested in getting a Siberian Husky from Ravens Husky Haven and Rescue, simply visit their website at ravenshuskyhavenandrescue.org and check out their beautiful adoptable Huskies, as well as get all the information on the adoption process and even fill out an application right online. You can also follow them over on their Facebook page as well. Now, Kelly, I read some of your alumni have gone on to exciting things with their forever families, from competitive mushing and being on a sled dog team to becoming a therapy dog. Can you share a few of these success stories from your former Raven residents?
Sure. I guess most notorious is Blitz, who's now known as Bacchus, and he's at Breakaway Siberians Mushing.
Okay, yes.
He's what's interesting is he was like a real difficult dog when we first got him. He was, it was going to take someone special to adopt him and make him into the best dog that he could be, and I think Richie did that. But, we're a little upset that he's a Blues fan now instead of a Blackhawks fan, but we're okay since he's happy.
Right.
Yeah. So we have our dog in Alaska, Diva. She's a fly ball dog, agility, and we love to see pictures of her coming back to us from the Alaskan terrain. Lucas, I think I mentioned him earlier. He's in the area, and he goes to the same READ program for children at our library, and he's a therapy dog. And I guess I would say all of our dogs that are bringing joy to the families that we adopt to are success enough for us.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. I love hearing all the, the forever home stories, and just hearing what these dogs can do on their second chance is so amazing. And it's just great, I think, for people to hear, when you adopt to have this wonderful member of your family who could go on and do fantastic things that maybe when you walk by them in the kennel you didn't think they could. So I think it's really fantastic. We've all heard about how there's such an overwhelming number of Siberian Huskies being abandoned at shelters. And I just recently wrote an article about this on my 5 Sibes blog, and the influence television, movies, and ads featuring these beautiful dogs have on people that makes them go out and get one without doing their homework first on the needs and traits of the breed. Can you please talk briefly about some of those Husky-specific traits people really need to be aware of and be prepared for?
Sure. Well, the big things are the need for exercise. That's a giant problem that people have to think about if they're not living an active or lifestyle. I think they're also pack animals. They like to have more than one of them around. And they're runners. They're like Houdinis. Containment can be an issue for some of them. I know I've come home to my dogs being out after they've been crated or whatever, and you think, oh my gosh, how did he get out of there? So I think people, and then what I always get is people always asking me, which seems to be a known fact, that they shed. People ask me that when I visit in the hospital, oh, they must shed a lot. You must have a lot of hair. And I try to go with, well, the Labrador's hair just is kind of wiry and sticks in the furniture. The Husky hair is little tufts of hair that blow around. It's easier to get off. I mean, I guess they can look at my smock that I'm wearing, and it might have some Husky hair on it. So I'm not sure that's a great argument, but they're beautiful, beautiful dogs. They come in such a variety of colors, including their eyes. People are fascinated with them, but they take a lot of work. Mm-hmm. I know that we try to educate, and I think most breed-specific Husky rescues, they do a better job than maybe your shelters do, because you don't have the time to go and do home visits and make sure that this dog is going to fit into the lifestyle of a particular home. And I think if people are aware of it, maybe they didn't do mushing before. I mean, I didn't do mushing before when I had my other dogs, some of which were Husky mixes, but I didn't do mushing. But, we started to take our dogs to do mushing because it was a great way to give them this great exercise, and they love it. So I think as long as people become aware of it, mm-hmm. you can educate them, and then they need to then consciously make this decision about how am I going to fit this into my life, because it's not like you have a little small dog. And I mean, I think all dogs need attention and something to stimulate their mind and their body. Some dogs more than others, and Huskies are high up on that list of needing more than just your average life.
Right.
And I will say it depends on the dog, because some Huskies are way more active than other Huskies and
right.
need more.
True. I mean, right within my pack of 5 alone, we always joke that Chloe is she could have been our tropical Husky. She just likes to lounge around and has no interest. Meanwhile, her sibling is off catching everything and anything, right down to a fly that comes in our backyard. So, it's very true. Now, one of the important factors about the work you do at Ravens is that you're dedicated to the rescue, rehabilitation, and sustainable adoption. And we know how important it is for folks to do their homework, as we were talking about, yet by the large number of these homeless Huskies that we're seeing, we know not everyone is. What are some ways that we can expand sharing our knowledge and education about the breed to help folks better understand the breed's specific needs, before they get one, in the hopes that, we can help cut down on this abandonment that we're seeing happen?
Well, I guess you guys, when you have your audience, it's a good place to start. I mean, I know we do some school, we've done some school presentations that kind of present what the husky is and what they can do and what they're actually bred for. I know when shows like this obviously help. There are other local time community events that you can do to kind of present why you need to think about getting a husky. I know every rescue site will have that on there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you can't stop people who just go and look at the dog and go, oh, it's so beautiful, they're so majestic looking, I'm going to get this dog, and they're not really ready for it. I'm not sure how much more education we can do about that for what we're doing.
It's kind of like go to the rescue pages, even go over to 5sibes.com, because I have a section in there where I have pictures of the dog shedding and, the dogs digging holes. Do they really like to dig? Oh, yeah, they oh, yeah. We actually have here, we have the dug in the ground fence, as you talk about. We have that, and we give them a whole section. And they took over one half of the deck. We actually had to build another portion just for us humans. And they get a pool, and they're down there, and they dig these body-size holes. So I do list that on the website, and I list links to go over to rescues, but I'd love to just, like, anyone listening, pass along to your friends, if they want to have any questions about huskies. Rescues are the best place to get this information. I know most of you guys have educational programs. The features that I started, I have hashtag breed educate to relate, and we're trying to help that people go to rescue sites and even ask us, because we'll make references to all of you that are out there working hands-on to rehabilitate these dogs, to kind of help, so that they know, even if they find themselves with one, I just want them to know, hey, you're not sure what to do, don't dump the dog off. There's so many people out here that can help give you information.
Right. We get a lot of calls about a variety of things. Some people have some interesting questions, and other people, our goal is, if someone's asking us questions, we're happy to answer the question, because keeping their husky in their home and making sure that it's a good home for the husky, obviously, but is the better solution. So what do you guys do about this? Have you found that your husky does that? We get calls like that all the time, or Facebook messages or emails. So we try to provide education too for people who already have the husky and are struggling a little bit already with their husky. Not necessarily wanting to give up the husky, but looking for a little bit of help.
Mm-hmm.
We're obviously glad to do that, because if it stays in its home and is happy, that's the goal.
Right. We always say help is just a phone call or keyboard click away. We're very fortunate in this world with social media and websites that there is a lot of information, and just getting the people to places like Ravens to get the correct information, so important. Now, on your property, you have a Ravens memorial tree. Can you tell us what that is and how folks can be a part of this very special tribute tree?
Well, I guess that's our way of acknowledging the importance of dogs in people's lives, and kind of making a memorial out of it. And it then helps the dogs that are currently looking for homes, because it's kind of a fundraiser, somewhat. So it's a metal tree that sits outside of our kennel, and it's got memorial tags on it from a variety of dogs. If we've lost a dog in our kennel, which happens, I mean, some dogs like Seamus lived there for the years that he had left after he was dropped off by his owner. We put tags on there for them too, just as a way to remember.
I think that's really nice. And, and folks can go check it out on your website, as well as that beautiful facility. But it's a really beautiful piece of artwork. It really is. That has such special meaning. I love it. How else can people help your rescue? I know you have events such as the annual golf tournament that actually is taking place today on Sunday. What are some other ways folks can help support the rescue and the huskies that you have there?
are a variety of ways. I mean, since we're not just locally, obviously you can volunteer. You can, that's a great way to give back. Financial donations are obviously always a positive for any rescue or shelter. We have what we call ARF, which is the Annual Ravens Fund, which the NIU group. That's another way that we interact with the university, is that we had a business master's program that tried to come up with ways to help Ravens with fundraising, and this was one of their ways. They came up with annual Ravens Fund, where you can sign up, and every month you pay money to this fund, and that kind of gives us an idea where we are on an annual basis. So let's say we know that so-and-so is giving us $20 a month, that 10 people are doing that, that's $200 a month for the year, that's $2,400 of our budget for the year. Then we know we have that. Obviously, we have other fundraisers. Our big one is the Rough event, which is, I think, named the Ravens Ultimate Fun Feast. One of our volunteers came up with that name, too.
It's fantastic acronyms. I love it.
It's an annual dinner that we have, a silent auction that people attend. It's actually a pretty fun party that people it's grown over the years, and people seem to come back. So we think we're doing good on that. And then, obviously, we have an Amazon wish list that has items on it that we could use. You can also go on Amazon Smile and pick Ravens as your choice. That's useful. And we have a Facebook page that gets our message out there a lot, and we have a lot of fun on that too. If people go on Facebook and share stuff, you never know, you might, wherever you are, we might be able to do a home visit there, and someone in your area might be able to adopt one of our beautiful huskies.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for being on the show and sharing the history of Ravens and all what you do. It's really terrific. My hat's off to you guys and all rescues, and I'm so thrilled that you were on today.
Well, thank you for having us. We like to get our message out there.
Well, anything we can do here at Five Sibes to help, please always let me know. Thank you again, Kelly. And for our listeners, if you'd like to keep up on the Five Sibes and news of the canine world and on canine epilepsy, you can visit us over on our Five Sibes Siberian Husky Canine News and Reviews community Facebook page, as well as our website at fivesibes.com. We'll be back again next month with another episode of the Sibe Vibe here on DogWorks Radio. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.
From DogWorks Radio, this is the Sibe Vibe. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we invite you to subscribe in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. You'll find a link on the episode notes. You can tap or swipe on the episode cover art, and you'll see some offers from our sponsors. You can support our show by supporting them. If you like what you have heard, we would love it if you could give us a 5-star rating and tell your friends how to subscribe too. Your host is Dorothy Wills-Raftery. Our producer is Robert Forto. Created for DogWorks Radio. Did you know that Alaska DogWorks trains service dogs for those in need throughout North America? Each and every service dog that is trained through the Lead Dog Service Dog Program and Michelle Forto and her team has an individual training plan. We train for autistic, mobility, psychiatric, and PTSD for our soldiers for service work. If you know of someone that may need a service dog, please take a moment and check out Alaska DogWorks on social media and at alaskadogworks.com.